MakingAScene.org brings you an analysis of how human focus has become the definitive bottleneck in the modern music industry. For decades, an artist's success was dictated by physical access. You needed a seat in a professional studio, a contract with a pressing plant, and a massive logistics network just to get your music heard. A small circle of label executives exercised total authority over this production cycle. They chose which artists received studio funding and which specific records were prioritized for radio play or retail placement. The internet has largely dismantled those physical barriers. Today, any creator with a laptop and a basic interface can record an album and distribute it to a global audience for the price of a monthly subscription. But this total freedom has a hidden cost. With publishing now infinite, the volume of digital noise is staggering. Thousands of new tracks and videos are uploaded every hour, all fighting for the same tiny slice of human focus. Talent and access are no longer the primary hurdles. In the modern market, the only true scarcity is sustained human attention. Many independent artists react to this noise by churning out daily content, exhausting themselves to build audiences on social feeds. This is digital sharecropping, investing your labor into land owned by someone else. Streaming platforms and social networks are businesses optimized to capture behavior and keep users inside their own walls. They are not designed to develop your career or pay your rent. In this transaction, the artist provides the labor that attracts the fans. The platform then harvests the behavioral data, the ad views, and the subscription revenue, returning only a fraction of a cent to the creator. Relying on this model means your entire career is subject to the mood swings of an algorithm. If a platform alters its rules or limits your reach, you lose the ability to contact your audience instantly. A spike in streams or a million video views might provide a temporary high, but those metrics are effectively empty if the artist cannot reach those specific listeners again when it's time to sell a ticket or a record. Going viral on a rented platform is a promotional flash in the pan. It is not a sustainable foundation for a business. Sustainable artists change how they use the digital landscape. They stop treating social media as a destination and start using those apps strictly as entry doors. This strategy is called the bridge. It begins with step 1, discovery. This is where you use algorithmic feeds specifically to introduce your work to a complete stranger who has never heard your name. Step 2 is permission. Before that stranger scrolls away, you give them a reason to leave the app, perhaps an unreleased track or private community access, in exchange for direct contact information. Step 3 is memory. Instead of relying on a platform's opaque data, you use CRM tools or a digital fan passport to record specific interactions and preferences over time. This system tracks who bought the latest vinyl, who attended your gig in Cleveland, and who actively shares your music with their own networks. This is what separates a passive audience from an active fan base. One simply scrolls past your content. The other remembers your name, responds to your updates, and provides tangible support. The bridge transforms anonymous algorithmic traffic into a tangible, organized community that you actually control. The necessary anchor for this entire system is the artist website. It is the only digital environment immune to the shifting priorities of third-party social media feeds. However, managing data, websites, and email lists while also trying to write and record music is an exhausting administrative burden for an independent creator. AI serves here as a high-speed administrative engine. It takes chaotic, scattered information, like the particles you see here, and rapidly assembles it into structured data an artist can actually use. These tools can handle the heavy lifting, drafting email updates, organizing release calendars, and analyzing sales data to identify which geographic markets are ready for a tour. Mastering this tech allows you to reclaim your schedule, focusing your energy on being human where it matters, in the songwriting and on the stage. For decades, success meant major label backing and gold records on the wall, but that image often masked the reality of massive advances that functioned as debt and the loss of master recording rights. A new music industry middle class is emerging. Success here is measured by sustainable, direct revenue from a loyal base, driven by vinyl sales, by VIP experiences, and fan memberships. When you own the direct relationship, the revenue from your current project funds the creation of your next one. This ends the cycle of starting from a cold algorithmic zero with every new release. The algorithm does not owe you a career. Begging a machine for visibility will never provide long-term financial security. Talent is the spark, and attention is the fuel. But direct ownership of the fan relationship is the only way to secure a future in music. Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.